And you said in the book, when the only currency of connection is helping, you eventually believe that your only value comes from what you do rather than who you are. And I remember I just like paused and held the book against me and I was like, oh, right. Like I was like, I gotta read that in the interview because like I really want people to like feel that in their chest, in their heart space. And I recently had an experience where somebody that I'm in a relationship with was going through a really hard thing that didn't have anything to do with me. And it took like 4 days of what you said, like the agony and the discomfort. And I could feel all of the things that I used to do and all the ways that I used to process that and all the ways that I used to show up. It's not comfortable work. But at the same time, the thing that I want people to hear and that you can say more about is that you're robbing the other person of their work if you're trying to codependently like do it for them and comfort them, like especially if it doesn't have anything to do with you. Like we're not talking about like things you need to make amends for or grievances or apologies or things like that. If you don't have anything to do with the other person's state or stage, like you shouldn't be doing the work to make them feel better. Stop robbing them of that incredibly vital work in their own personal development. Yeah.
It's tricky because people are like, well, are you telling me I should just be mean and selfish and not care? Like, aren't we supposed to offer and extend support and care to other people? And the answer to that is yes, of course. I'm not saying don't care. I am saying we need to examine how we care and the ways in which we are showing up. Sometimes the best way I could care for someone is to not help them, like you said, because if I come in and rescue somebody, I get the credit for that win, not them. And so as much as it's awful to see someone you care about suffering and in pain, and there are ways to show up that aren't codependent, like I had to have a hard conversation with a friend. I'm a therapist. I'm not your therapist. This person had a substance abuse issue. If I take your call every time you're in crisis, I'm one telling you that you don't need therapy. You have your therapist friend who's on standby, but I'm also completely taking away your autonomy and agency. I provided a list of resources. That was a non-codependent way I could help. Like, here are people that are available to be your therapist. I'm a therapist, not yours. It's not kind or loving for me to help right now. And that's it's hard because as the helper, we feel uncomfortable when we're not helping, but that's our problem, not theirs. And sometimes the most loving thing to do is nothing.